This is my little message to the Khawarij and those with that ideology. As you may have come to the conclusion that the walls are closing in upon you now, why did you not understand that the authorities were watching your every move? Not even hidden in the shadows. The police are here in plain sight, on the live streams, watching your actions while you incriminate yourself. Now, based upon my personal experiences, I believe that Allah punished me for an ideology. Allah punished me for a manhaj. Allah punished me because of my methodology. Allah punished me for the countless takfir upon the Muslimin. And the only way the punishment will be lifted is if you change your ideology. Now, you might think, why would Allah punish me just because of the way I think? Wallahi, I didn't have to inform on anyone to be free from the shackles of the kuffar. It was Allah who saved me. It was Allah who blinded them. They had everything they needed to bag me. Not only that, they had everything from my jahiliyyah to bag me as well. Yet still here I am, standing, free and in peace with my family. So you need to do some deep soul searching and repent from your ways and leave this ideology. No matter how logical and plausible it may sound in your brain. Islam is not a religion of logics like the Mu'tazila. Islam is a religion of Quran and Sunnah. The evidences are there, and they tell you to be patient. You don't decide when you go fi sabilillah. Allah decides when you go fi sabilillah. And now is not the time for that. But most importantly, think about your crimes, though to you it may have been just kalam. Think about what you have done online in plain sight of counter-terrorism officers. Malicious communication to cause alarm, harm and distress to another person. Talked about going out fi sabilillah in a very linear way. You think you know the law, but believe me, you have crossed the line. Because they don't need for you to break the actual law. They just need indications that you are vulnerable to radicalization. And you are one of those people on that mindset. The flags have been raised and you don't even realize. When you talk about our guys are dealing with the Rawafid in Sham, you think the police don't know which guys you're talking about. When you refuse to condemn DAESH, when you do not say yes or no to support of a proscribed organization, though you may think you're being smart by being silent, but your silence is your guilt. What do you think was going to happen when you said, if I see so-and-so at East London Mosque, I'm going to beat him up? What do you think was going to happen when you refused to condemn proscribed organizations and indirectly supported their actions against a protected group? What did you think was going to happen when you said, Insha'Allah, when we all go fi sabilillah? These are all indications of radicalization. And don't let these older Qa'idi Kharijis fool you. Because let me tell you something from while I was on the inside. When you do a little action, speaking out loud, bravely about something everyone else is afraid to talk about. They raise you on a pedestal and they all become your pal and they make you feel like you're this big warrior on the path of the prophets and the Sahaba. It's all fake. It's been done dozens and dozens of times over. And all of those people were abandoned when they got bagged. From personal experience, from the ones I used to help inside the prisons, raising money for their families on the outside, their very common complaint was all of these so-called muwahideen, ayuwahidullah. All of these so-called muwahideen, rather than help them when they were inside, they were abandoned. And instead, they tried to move to their wives, to get their wives to divorce them so they could marry them. Look what happened to Abdullah Faisal. Look what happened to Abu Hamza. Look what happened to Abu Abdullah. He's a shell of the man he was. Did you know we couldn't hack him inside a Belmarsh cell and they had him on mental health meds and he practically lost it. So let's revisit what can actually put you on the radar and get you flagged up. In terms of what you do on social media and the internet and your so-called encrypted applications. Right. First of all, if you post any kind of nasheed or part of a propaganda video thinking there isn't any incitement here, there isn't anything that can possibly get me backed. If the nasheed is calling to violence, that is one act of the Counter-Terrorism Act. If you comment below on those videos saying, Rahimahullah, may Allah reward him, that is support for and sympathy for a terrorist organization. If you in any shape or form support the Muslim women and children in Camp Hall and Roj and in Hasaka, you may see them as helpless women and children, right? Who are being oppressed by the Kurds. They have been listed as the most dangerous camp and growth of radicalization in the globe right now with regards to DAESH. If you show support for them, I'm not agreeing that it should be like that, but I'm telling you how it is. If you show support, if you provide support, if you do marketing on their behalf, which I know you do on Twitter and Telegram, if they busted EncroChat, do you really think your communication is encrypted? Now let's talk about what you say in all your groups and all your talk. And how many people are already on the radar, already have been taken in, already have been spoken to, have already been watched, have already had their technology seized and they've been propositioned, and now you're in those circles talking with those people. You are on the radar. If you look at previous videos, you'll see why I called the Khariji himself the tracking device. Now these people that put batteries in your back and make you feel like you're on the path of the prophets, like Musa Jibril, he's not going to come to make you feel better when you're locked up and your mother's crying and your father is stressed out and your children are taken away. And you wonder why you're single. Even the Khariji women, they don't want to marry someone who's on the radar. Why? Do you think they want to lose their children because of you? Believe me, a mother loves her children more than any man. So what I suggest you do is sincerely repent and use this Ramadan as much as these magicians, these Khariji magicians on chairs tell you that you're being tested by Allah. You are being punished. And this is how I tell you, you know you're being punished. You have no peace and you seek solemn and tranquility in the same people that is